Good morning. Welcome back to March's Planning Mess. Just a quick plan with me here for week 9, which is the last week of February. I am in my everyday carry, which is a Sterling Ink N2 vertical. And we're here looking at, I've got some things already in that I've known were coming up. I've put in my space for my media log down here at the bottom, and I have filled in all of my weather information for the week. So what's left to do for this week for planning? Well, I do want to plan some things that are not on here yet. So mostly I go walking with one of my friends after we drop our kids off from school. So I want to get those marked in, which days I'm available to do that. So I can do that Monday and Tuesday because those days are pretty open. Nothing right away. And I can't Wednesday because that's a hot lunch day. And then I'm going to let's move this sticky note. I need to do those things right after my walk. I will be able to do walks both of these days. Although this day I have to take my daughter in early for her singing group. And same thing for Tuesday. Let's see. I need to mark that in. Well, I can, since I do things at the school, that might be a good time to do some stuff while she's in that group and my friend is coming to drop her kids off. Get some things done. Okay, so that's 4 walks this week, and those are usually 3 miles. That would be good for my health. Then I have another friend that I'm going to start going to the gym with, and we talked about 5:30 a.m. mostly because I normally get up at 6. I normally get up at 6 on those days and wake my daughter up at 6:30. So if I met her at the gym at 5:30, which would be, let's see if you can see this. So the numbers start at 6. And so 5:30 would be here, and I'm using the space for my weather, which I could move to a different part of the page if I'm going to start accessing doing things at that early in the morning. Go from 5:30 to 6 to the gym. That would get me home at like 10 after 6 because the gym isn't that far from my house. I need to wake up my daughter at 6:30. And then I would want to have some time for like devotions and journaling. I'd be cutting it kind of close. I'll try it this week and see if I can get that to work. So I would like to ideally go to the gym. It would definitely not work on Tuesday or Friday. So I think Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday would need to be my gym days because getting her to school at this time when I'm coming back from and getting ready for the gym is not gonna fly. So I'm gonna see if she'll meet me there. Well, I really need her. I mean, I would like her to meet me there every time because it's more fun to go to the gym with somebody, but I really need to make sure that Monday will work because she's the one that's going to be helping me kind of decide what to do and getting me oriented to the gym. She's working on becoming a personal trainer. And so that would be at least for the first time. So I'm like, okay, I have a plan if she can't make it the other days. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those in. Maybe I'll use my green ink. I'm using this Dr. Grip 4+1 Pilot, which has 4 colors of pen plus pencil. So let's do that in green so it kind of stands out. Sorry, we're a little bit, I'm marking that earlier. So I said Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I think, because I do not want to, let's make that banner go from there. I'm doing this. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I should be looking in my camera rather than looking around it because It's so far away and it's so small. I'm not seeing it well. Actually, my weather stuff is not in the way at all because it ends at the 5:30 mark. I will probably go in here and clean this up a little bit with some whiteout because that looks pretty bad. But this is a whole plan with me on the fly. So, okay, so I've got my 3. So what I'm going to be doing at the gym is going to be like strength training type of things. I don't like walking on the treadmill or elliptical or things like that. I mean, I'll do it, but I would much rather be outside, or when it's really cold. My friend that walks with me, we often will go to our church, and it's one of those churches that's like, it's got the sanctuary in the center, and it's kind of, it's not octagonal. It's actually got 10 or 12 sides, 12 sides. And then the hallway going around it is a big circle basically. And so we just walk the hallway, and we, my watch will tell me how far we've gone. So we kind of get an idea of our distance. And then in an hour, we can do 3 miles pretty easily. So that works in cold weather. And then when it's not cold and yucky, then we'll go walk in the park that's close by. The school and the church and the park are all very close to each other. So it doesn't make too much of a difference in our schedule which place that we go to. Okay, I like that. I am working also at the same time on my meal and fitness planner. I haven't put anything in here. So not only do I use my Hobonichi Weeks to plan this, but I plan everything in my FitnessPal as well. That's how I get, so I know what my macros are, and get them kind of logged in. My FitnessPal just does not make the charts and the graphs and the weekly layouts that I need to see, and I need to see physically, which is why I do all of this here as well, which might be frustrating because it seems like I'm double planning, but that is kind of how it is. So I'm in the midst of planning that. I've decided for this week, I'm going to plan 2 dinners and 2 lunches, and I'm going to rotate between the 2 of those for the rest of the week, and probably the same breakfast every day. That way I don't take so much time trying to get my macros figured out for the week, because if you have to plan that and balance that for 3 meals for 7 days, it's a lot. And I'm a vegetarian, so a lot of my protein sources, I'm not a fan of protein powder at all. I found good Greek yogurts. I found a lot of things that work for me, but sometimes it's not like I could just find a lean meat that has protein and not really any excess fat or carbohydrates and be like, okay, if I need more protein, I'll have a chunk of that. I don't really have an option like that available to me. And so it is a little trickier sometimes to balance all of those things out. So that is my decision for this week. So I really just have to plan those meals and then just put them in on repeat into here. So I think that will go faster. And my husband is going to go to the store and get all the groceries for me, which is lovely. So that's kind of what I'm going to spend a couple hours on this morning, is getting that locked in. But I like to get this week kind of set because this is my husband's birthday. And so I checked in with him. I'm like, do you want to eat somewhere? He's like, no. We did a big birthday celebration over the weekend with a bunch of friends, and that was kind of our fun meal. We did cake and all that stuff. So he doesn't really want to do a big meal for his actual birthday. So I think we always do a meal with his family because his parents live next door on Monday. And so whatever that meal is, it will be repeated on his birthday, and he's cool with that. So anyway, it just helps to kind of sit down and figure out what's happening this week. Do I have anything where I am committed to being somewhere for a meal? Because that's what, of course, always throws off my schedule. And it tends to be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm pretty good with. And then I get to the weekend and it just falls apart. So I worked really hard to get today's meals logged in and set. And I'm going to do better this week because my scale is not giving me great information. That's like, man, I did so good up until this point every week. And it's not like when I mess up, I do something crazy. I'm just eating without keeping track. And it's amazing how crazy that can make things go. Like if I sat down and binged ate a bunch of ice cream or chips or something like that, have mercy. I don't know what would happen to me, but perimenopause and your metabolism is not a great combination. So I'm hoping to check my metabolism and get it fired up a little bit more with some weight training. So hence joining a gym. So anyway, that's kind of what my routine is every week. Again, this is Hobonichi Weeks that I'm using for my meal and fitness planning. And this is a Sterling Ink N2 vertical, which is almost exactly the same size, slightly bigger pages, but about the same size cover, because as you can see, there's a little lip of a cover around the Hobonichi Weeks that this is flush. But anyway, I just love the size. It's so portable and so nice, and I enjoy using it, and it's easy portability. So happy planning to everybody this week, and thank you for watching.